I don't want a Bible, church, or pastor in my house. I don't believe in Jesus.
He was so weak that he could barely stand. Days without eating properly, nights without sleep. His body grew weaker, and so did his spirit. But there was one thing he always repeated: I don't want a pastor, I don't want a church, I don't want a Bible near me. His mother, desperate, pleaded, "Son, at least let someone pray for you." Just that. He would sigh deeply and agree, but made it clear, "Pray, but don't open any Bible in here. I don't want to hear a single word from it." A church worker, moved by that mother's pain, went to their house. She didn't preach, didn't insist, didn't argue. She just stayed there in silence, with her hand on his shoulder, asking God for a miracle. When she left, her heart was heavy. That young man seemed lifeless, hopeless, with no will to go on. But God had not finished the story yet. 2 days later, while stopped at a red light, the church worker noticed something curious. A skinny boy, barefoot, holding a bag of tangerines. She rolled down the window. "How much for the tangerines, son?" "1 real, ma'am." She bought a few, and at that very moment, her heart said, "Take them to that young man. Maybe he'll eat this." She went to the house and called at the gate. To her surprise, the young man himself appeared, leaning against the wall so he wouldn't fall. "Is your mother home?" she asked. "No, she left a little while ago." She smiled and held up the little bag. "I brought you some tangerines. I thought you might like them." Before she could finish her sentence, the young man fell to his knees, shouting, my God is real." He sobbed uncontrollably, beating his hand against his chest. Desperate, she knelt down. "Son, what happened? Tell me." Between sobs, he explained, "This morning I spoke to God. If you are really real, send someone to my house bringing tangerines. I wanted to believe, but I just couldn't anymore. And now you show up with tangerines in your hand." She was left speechless. It was as if heaven itself had come down right there. The young man hugged the bag as if holding a treasure and cried, "God heard me. He didn't give up on me." He ate the tangerines as if they were the very relief his soul needed. And there, on the simple floor of that house, he gave his heart to Jesus. The church worker moved, went back to the traffic light to buy more. But the boy had disappeared. She searched the entire neighborhood. Nothing. He then decided to enter the nearest market. "Do you have tangerines?" The manager smiled, confused. "Tangerine? Young lady, this isn't the time for that. It's not available anywhere. Only in a few months." At that moment, she understood everything. God moved whatever was necessary, even an out-of-season fruit, just to reach a soul that cried out sincerely, because when the heart calls, heaven answers. If this were a joke, you would have already shared it. But this is a story of faith, restoration, and miracle. And I ask you, are you ashamed of God? If you're not, prove it. Comment Amen, like and share, so that this message can touch other lives. Your faith is greater than your pride.